What's up everyone, Kaiju no Kami here with a Power Morphicon haul video. Sort of an unboxing video. Sort of not. But got cool stuff at Power Morphicon along with a few other things. Well, one other thing here, which is my very first Mafex ever. Whoops. And that is Mafex Phoenix, who is pretty damn awesome. She comes with some alternate heads, alternate hands. She's pretty cool, and surprisingly, she seems to have is very good quality plastic. I was pretty impressed. I was expecting something that felt a little bit fragile, like Figure Arts does, but no, she's actually pretty well made. I'm pretty impressed, and she's mostly comic accurate. I'd say mostly because the Phoenix emblem on the chest should actually be higher up and smaller. But other than that, this may be the best Phoenix figure ever. Or thus far. Alright. So that's pretty cool. I mean, she's got toe articulation right there. She's got wrists and ankles, which are kind of on ball joints, which is cool, though I can't seem to get her ankles to actually go straight, which is weird. Sadly, she doesn't have any thigh swivel, which would have been cool at the if they had done that at the boot cuff. And then the wrist, ball jointed wrist, so it can move in practically any direction you want it to. She also comes with an alternate sash that is kind of blowing for attacks or when you have her coming at people. I really, really like this head. I don't think I can move close enough to show you it. Actually, yeah. But I really like this head here. This head, which funny enough, she's screaming, screams Jean Grey to me. This head is cool too, but the hair is a bit different than I would have liked. And then this head is pretty awesome too. It looks like Jean to me. The hair is flowing. Kind of reminds me of the old Toy Biz toy. But I think this screaming head might be my favorite of the three. But yeah, so that is the Mafex Jean Grey. Highly recommend picking her up if you're into X-Men Mafex figures. Alright, so I've got things syncing, so let me show you what I got and then I'll do some unboxings. Let's start right here. I've got, so these 4 Kamen Rider Shotos came packaged together. I really only bought it for the Grongi, but it was in a 4-pack for $25 for all 4, and I figured, well, online I'm probably going to be paying about $20 to $30 for this guy alone. I might as well go for the 4-pack. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys, and sadly the boxes got damaged during the air. Sadly, the boxes got damaged from being in the suitcase for the plane, on the plane. But I'm not going to open these 3 up right now because I'm not sure what I want to do with them. Maybe I'll try to sell them, maybe I'll give them away, because I'm not really planning to collect anything Kabuto or Faiz related. Maybe Faiz. But on the other hand, I do want to get Kuga for the Shoto, the regular Kuga. I saw green and blue forms of Kuga, or was it purple? But I never saw a regular Kuga over the weekend, sadly. And then Shadow Moon, because I want to get black. And apparently there is a black Battle Hopper has a Shoto, so I'll have to find that. And then we've got Go-Go 5. I was hoping this would be announced to be as a reissue before Power Morphicon happened. I was like, okay, well, if it doesn't get announced to be reissued, this is going to be my main objective for Power Morphicon. And it wasn't announced to be reissued, and a mission accomplished. This was the main mission for non-autograph related stuff, and I found it. There was one seller. It was a little bit higher than I was anticipating at $170, but I was like, screw it. It's going to cost me around that much to import it from Japan at Mandarake with shipping anyway. I might as well get it now. Oh, and I guess let me show you these packages too while I'm at it. So we've got Delta. Hopefully it's zooming. Or we've got the Hopper Brothers. Hopefully that is focusing. So yeah, I'm not going to open them up. Let's see, we got, this was like $10, I think, from GoBuster. Just kind of cool. Let's see, how does this go? Click, 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 click. Unfortunately, they didn't have the other piece to actually make it into the gun mode. But we've got this mode. Oh, yeah. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Where's the button to make it split apart? Huh. I know I got this to split apart the other day. Now I can't. Oh, there we go. So, let's do this again. Alright. We got that. This one was $5. Pew, 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 pew. You press, where is it? This. Okay. So you've got the Zyuohger sword mode. And then I forget what the microphone went to in Ghost Sager. And this was also like $5, I think. That was pretty cool. Unexpectedly though, this was the biggest thing. The Loot Crate Claw Shredder Clone. I have been looking for this guy for quite some time, since last summer, ever since I got the 2 Shredder clones that I did an unboxing for last summer. I just said last summer twice, 3 times now. But anyway, so I've been looking for this guy for a while, and the loot crates were kind of pricey. Big Bad had the loot crate for $150, which I was like, I really only want the figure. So when I was walking around in the shop, in Power Morphicon, I was like, I just walk in the shop and I see, oh my god, is that Claw Shredder for $60? Yes, it is. So I immediately went, boom, here's my card. Because this was going to be mine. I cannot believe I found this at Power Morphicon of all places. Then again, there were actually quite a bit of Ninja Turtle things at Power Morphicon. I was pretty impressed by that. We also got some t-shirts. Here's the only one that's not in the wash yet, which is kind of cool. It's a Day of the Dead Sailor Guardians, or the Outer Guardians. It's pretty cool. That one's Krellica. I got a Malik one from Yu-Gi-Oh! And a Mega Red, Neji Red t-shirt, or technically it's In Space Red and Psycho Red. But still. I'm hoping you saw the video. the compilation video I put out, and then I've put out the panels for the for the Showa era panel and Heisei era panels. I recorded those. Had some technical difficulties with the Showa era panel, so there's a point where the camcorder gets all shaky because I'm readjusting it on the tripod. My panel was interesting because we go into the panel room and there's nothing set up. Nothing at all. So my panel ended up starting about 20 minutes late, which is cool though because they let me run overtime so I could actually get my whole panel done. But it was fun. I'm going to be posting on YouTube the pre-show, as I'm calling it, before my panel, as myself and the Power Morphicon guys are setting up. Fortunately, they were very quick at it. The moment I told them that the room is not set up at all for me, they were moving like that to get it all set up. So that was cool. The panel itself will be available on Patreon, free for everyone to watch. I will upload it on Patreon tomorrow. I've already rendered it. My Patreon is tokuaannetwork. What else happened at Power Morphicon that was pretty cool? Well, I met a lot of fans of the channel, which was amazing. I asked everyone for their names because I wanted to know everyone, and I will say I was overwhelmed with how many people I actually met that I didn't memorize everyone's names like I had hoped to. I know let's see, we have Daniel, Barry. Well, actually Barry didn't know about the channel ahead of time. He's a suit actor we met in the line to pick up our badges, but he was pretty cool. Oh my god. Jamari. Now I can't remember all of them. Dragon Ziran. Got which was JD. Oh my god, now my mind is drawing a blank because a lot happened this weekend. The convention was fun. We went to Santa Monica Pier. We went during the daytime on Thursday after we flew in, which was a lot of fun. Then we went again after the convention Sunday night to see it all lit up and ate at this really good shrimp place that was, like I said, good. Who else did I meet? Oh my god, why can I not remember all their names now? I was so hoping I was trying to remember everybody's name so I could give them all a shout out. Martin. Yeah, let's see, there was a Martin. He was pretty cool. There was, oh my god, I just exchanged talking to this dude through email. Okay, I give up. But all of you that I got to meet, got to chat with, Jacob, and what was the, Riley? Might have been a Riley? A Chris? And everyone else I met their names have just gone right at this moment. It was all a pleasure to meet you and meet everyone that came up to me. You guys were awesome. I'm so glad I got to meet you all. So glad you came up to me. So I wish we could have spent more time talking Toku, talking about my reviews, whether you agree or disagree with me. I know I have one person who was very mad about my Black RX review, which, why can't I remember his name now? But it was cool. I wish we could have actually had the chance to sit down and really talk about the shows. Maybe next time. Next time we will hopefully have time for to talk more. Power Morphicon went too quick. Like, the first day was only 4 to 8. The second day was only 10 to 6. And the third day was only 11 to 5. Like, what? That just blows my mind. I mean, it was just too short. There was not enough time to accomplish everything we wanted to do. We saved our interviews for pretty much Sunday, and we ran out of time. There were still a few people I wanted to really interview and just didn't get the chance to, which sucks. Because some of them were really, really, a lot of the people we met were really, really nice. So there were like 5 other people. We did 12 interviews, 10 with actors or suit actors, One for for a charity organization, one for the t-shirt that we bought these from No Brainer T-shirts. And then there were like many others I wanted to interview but didn't get to. We got to meet the English voice actor for Ultraman Geed and Ultraman Zet. And Kirk Thornton, who we had previously interviewed, was there. Tony Oliver, that we had just interviewed at Colorado Anime Fest, was there. Michael Sorich, who we did interview, was there. He was pretty awesome to talk to. We met him back in 2007 with Richard Epcar and Ellen Stern at NDK. He was a blast then. He was a blast now. Then there were a few actors that we kind of avoided like a plague. Like Mystic Force Red and a certain original Red Ranger. We got to meet the actresses for the Ninja Storm versions of Wendanu and Furbijo. They were a blast to chat with. There were a few that was like, okay, they're either very tired or not wanting to really be here. It's cool. We won't approach them for interviews. Oh my! And I saw this really hilarious interview being recorded with Jason Narvi, Skull's actor, and Illuminerd. That was just hilarious. I have to watch the actual interview when they post it because I want to see if they just kept the whole thing intact or if they just did bits and pieces. But it was pretty hilarious. Jason was just having so much fun trolling them in the middle of their interview that I'm like, man, I kind of wish we had interviewed them, but I don't know if I would want to do that. What else? So there was some disorganization with Power Morphicon. I can tell you, being that we've been to multiple conventions, organization-wise, it's definitely not the worst, but it's nowhere near great. There are a lot of ideas, a lot of things that could be done to improve that convention. I will try to write up some sort of blog about the positives and negatives, and hopefully they will like them, or they'll be like, nope, we're not letting that outlet at the convention ever again. But other stuff we did. Well, we got to meet the 8 Toku Japanese actors that were there, which included Kamen Rider Black's Tetsu Kurata, Gohan Red, whose name escapes right now, Ryo Ozawa, who is, I'll just go with Gokai Red, Gokai Pink, O-Red, Kamen Rider Decade, Dragon Ranger, who's also changed Pegasus, and Red Turbo. They were all pretty awesome to meet. I will say day 1, Decade's actor was kind of like, and then day 2, he was so into it, and day 3, he was amazing. That I wish we hadn't gotten his autograph on day 1, that we had waited, because it would have been much more fun had we actually met him when he was fully engaged and not exhausted. But from what I was told by the guy at the Toku Spirits booth, they all had a blast, which is good because that means maybe next time they can get even more Japanese guests. I would love anyone from Dai Ranger and Kaku Ranger and Time Ranger. Just saying. Autograph-wise, we've got, well, actually first, they had some autographs, like already autographed photos there from other actors. So we picked up an autograph from Time Fire, who autographed this one, and his character in Geats, Time Fire. So that was cool. Now for the actors that were there. Decado. I gotta buy a lot of frames. Oh, red. I gotta get more frames the next time Hobby Lobby has a 50% off sale. We've got Gohan Red. Dragon Ranger, which I wish they had had something with Changeman on it. Like, that would have been cooler if they had a Dragon Ranger Changeman photo. But they didn't, sadly. Black. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing though about this. Red Turbo. When we went on day one, it was so disorganized where the Toku Spirits thing is. They crammed them in the corner of the exhibition hall, and the line was a cluster. Like, we had done the combo deal. I had paid it back in like March because I figured, you know what? I can pay right now for my autographs and not have to worry about having the money when it's time for the convention. Bet! That is awesome. Knowing that I was not going to be teaching again this school year. So it was like, okay, cool. So we went there and they tell us, oh, you have to get in line with the regular line. Okay, cool, no problem. About 45 minutes later, we get told, oh, you can wait in this line over here to get your tickets and check in. It was cool because we got to chat with other Toku fans and stuff, but it was like, really? Really? And it was so disorganized because they had one table for all the photos, the pre-signed photos, and the pictures you get that you can take to get autographed, all mixed together, all crammed together, so you couldn't see every single photo there, which was super annoying because it turned out there were some better pictures of these characters, like of Decade, that I would have loved instead of the ones we did get because I didn't see them at the time. So that was kind of a bummer, and it was so funny because the lady comes up and hears Krelika complaining because she's pulling out her inner Karen, and she's like, just so you know, it would work better if you had like another table and the photos spread out so that you could have the pre-autograph photos and the other photos. And sadly, the lady's like, yeah, they won't give me another table, which kind of sucks. And then the next day, when we went to get our autographs for Gokai Red and Gokai Pink's actor and actress, they had all the pre-signed photos at one table and all the rest of the photos in front of each actor. Just the way it should have been done in the first place. But at least they figured it out, and it was cool. We also went back and paid for another autograph for Kurata because I really wanted to get my slipcase signed. And then we got this for a friend who's loco here because he really wanted his autograph. We got that one. That's a present for someone who will also be that doesn't know about it, so I'm not going to show that one. Krelika got this from Walter Jones. Oh yeah, here is Azawa's autograph, which now we have 2. And then got Gokai Pink's. Oh, and this was funny though. So we go go on Red's autograph, and we get the autograph. We go to take the picture, and we're done with the picture, and also he just hugs me. And if you guys have heard me before, I am not a hugger. I was like, what just happened? Which is kind of funny, because one of my least favorite Sentai shows, and the guy goes and hugged me, I'm like, I kind of feel bad, because he was awesome. He was an awesome actor. He's going around the convention, greeting all the American Power Rangers actors, recording with them. He was so cool. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is amazing. And during the panel, the Heisei Sentai panel, they're like, when there's a question about, do you ever put yourself into a character or character you? And they all point at him and say he has never stopped being Sosuke. It was pretty awesome. He was great. He was amazing. So we got the English voice actor. We got a picture of him for Jeed. He was awesome. And then we got a second one that we're going to donate to Colorado Anime Fest for their charity auction. So if you're local in Colorado and you go to Colorado Anime Fest next year, hopefully this should be in the charity auction next year. Alright, and that is me rambling on, and I have not even gotten to opening up these figures yet. So let's go check these out. Because you're probably bored of like, come on, when are you going to start unboxing this stuff? And yeah, so overall though, Power Morphicon was a good time. We had a lot of fun in LA and Pasadena, except for the driving. Oh my god, I swear, every fifth driver in LA wants to cause an accident. I don't know. Does everyone that live in California have Russian blood in them because everyone just likes to Russian around? Actually, it should be everyone is Russian around, but oh well, ruin that joke. So, here we go. What should we start with first? Let's start with the Go 5. Alright. So here is the box. I already showed you. So instructions. Oh joy, a lot of stickers. And we've got the bird weapon. A lot of stickers to do. Yay. Actually, I mean, maybe not so much. I mean, there are a lot, but maybe not as much as some of the more recent sets. Sadly, I won't be able to paint these, because there is no way in how I can paint any of that. Well, I might be able to paint wherever those silvers go to. But, so we've got their weapons. The V-Lancers and their guns. Hands. Which... Are these Go Pink's hands? Or are these different hands? They'd have to be Go Pinks. I'm assuming they're smaller because they're Go Pinks. Or they're on a separate tray because they're Go Pinks. But... yeah, I don't know what those are on there for. Candy. Then we have more weapons and their holsters. Gun mode and baton mode, was it? And then we have the Rangers themselves. Yeah. Ooh. Yellow has something on his chest. I better be sure. These are different hands. Oh boy. Okay. So it went the order of pink, green, red, blue, yellow. Pink, green, yellow, red, blue, yellow. I've got to remember that. I guess I could go back to this video if need be. Oh, and they already have their holstered guns attached. That's interesting. So now, let's see. What are you? Oh, it's just something sticky. Okay, cool. It was not an actual defect or anything. Whew. I was kind of worried there. So let's see. Go yellow. Who would be these hands? Well, maybe they are all the same hands. That's weird because... No, I stand corrected because Pink's is different. Let's see. Maybe it's because that tip did not pop off with the... Because I'm assuming that tip was supposed to come off. All right. So articulation is kind of good on him. Joints are tight, but not super tight. Hey, you could do the whole Spider-Man pointing trio thing. Ooh, or staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Okay, anyway. So here is Go Yellow. It always weirds me out that they had nothing on their backs, that their rescue emblem was just on the front. Because every time I saw a toy, I was like, oh, they didn't paint the back like the old Power Rangers where they didn't paint the triangle. No, it's just because they didn't have anything on their backs. Okay, so I am going to put him back in there. Put you back there. I'm not going to do everyone on camera, but here is, let's see, Go Blue. Nice and tight there. No issues. That's up. Nope, that's fine. One thing I realized on my Kaku Rangers that I don't like is their hip joint, or the drop down hip thing, drops down too easily on the Kaku Rangers. So here is Go Blue. And then we've got Go Red. All seems well. Oop. Knee is a little bit looser than the others. Okay. Yeah, knee is a little bit looser than the others, it seems like. But other than that, he seems like a solid figure, which is good because he's one of the best Red Rangers ever. So if you went to Power Morphicon, did you have a good time? Did you come up to me and say hi? If so, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were happy with what you got. I loved chatting with everyone that did come up to me. I already said that. But here is Go Green. And then Go Pink. Knee is a little bit loose. She has already been dropped down from the hips. Let's push those back up. Aside from Santa Monica Pier, we also did the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. We did their TCM Classics Tour, which showed us things that were filmed from the movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. We got to see sets that Angels with Dirty Faces were filmed at. We got to see there's in this like jungle forest area they have in their back lot. there is a set of bamboo trees. They apparently grew them for the movie, for Kung Fu, and then the bamboo would never go away no matter how many times they try to get rid of them. So it just became a permanent fixture for the backlot. We got to see a bunch of the studios, sadly not inside of most of them. We got to see all their props. Their like little warehouse that looks like an antique store with all their props. Got to see some replicas of the Maltese Falcon from said movie. So go pink. All right. So that is Go-Go 5. Let me put them back in there. Sadly, because I bought this from a site, another guy, I don't have the brown box it shipped in. So now I'm wondering, well, do I even want to keep these boxes for all the Shotos that I've been keeping? Do I even need to keep those boxes? Do I need to keep my SMP boxes? I'm starting to wonder, should I keep it? Because it's starting to build up. Alright, so that's Go-Go 5. Oop, candy go back in there. Let's take a look at the Grongi, the Rhinoceros Beetle Grongi. Okay. But the tour was a lot of fun. Then we got to see like their fake New York City sets. Their set for whenever companies want to film an old city. They had this really cool gazebo. So this is interesting. I have to put his head on him. Okay. Huh. His leg does not want to move. Is it stuck because... Oh, no. It just doesn't want to bend out. That's actually a bit disappointing. So he can't actually do full splits, even with the hip drop down. But let's get his head on him. No weapons. Actually, did he have weapons? Because I thought he had a weapon. Okay, so that's turning. Some of this is really tight. But yeah, so the studio actually was pretty cool, interesting though. They told us about a dude who was a fire safety guy by day, going around at movie studios, burning studios down by night. So, we've got my first Grongi figure ever. I did want the Bat Grongi because they did have him as well, but he was in a pack with 7 other figures, and while it was 45 for the all 7, I was like, I really only want the one in that pack. So we didn't get it. I actually do not like the way this is working. I'll have to figure out what's going on with his hip here. Why will his legs not stretch out? But we've got a Grongi. Now I just need a Kabuto to go with said Grongi. So yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. And there's like the Bat Grongi, and I think another one has been given the Shoto treatment. So I want. And this guy is really well sculpted. Well, that's not painted. But this dude is really well sculpted. Holy shit. This is pretty awesome. And if I don't have Kuga to go with him, I'm sure I could have him fight some of my other heroes. Who knows? Yeah, there could be a Kabuto yokai, right? I could have sworn he had weapons in the show, but whatever. Alright, I'm just going to stick these back in here. I will worry about those later. And wow, my camcorder is running out of battery soon. So let's get Shadow Moon opened. Another piece of gum. Okay, Shadow Moon. Ooh, I'm not liking that. His antenna is all jacked up. Let's get him open and take a look here. And actually, his back's not even painted. Why did they not paint his? Okay, so these are. Okay, so the hopper feet are rubber. Oh god. The spurs, they don't move, unfortunately, like the figure art, but it's nice that they're actually rubber, so they won't break. Hopefully. Same with the ones on the hands, or on the arms. Satan's Saber, which is not translucent, but I didn't really expect it to be. Let's do that. We have two. Oh! Is that supposed to be Satan's Saber sheathed? That's kind of cool, except when would he have sheathed it? When would he sheath it? What is this? Like, what is this piece here? Do you put the hands in it? Huh, maybe you do. Well, they don't seem to... Oh, I see. Right, left. But I don't like how his back is not painted. His head, so I'm definitely going to have to heat him up with a hairdryer because this antenna is bent. Okay, so obviously I have this guy in figure art form. So I have some comparison I could do, which I wish now I had brought the figure art. But I will say this. One thing I will say. I don't have to deal with rubber bits. Oh my god, that is really nice that I don't have to deal with rubber pieces like I do with the figure art. That kind of makes this guy better to me. And he does look pretty show accurate, actually. $2019. So this figure came out a while ago. I wonder if... I don't know. But, yeah. I don't like that they didn't paint his back. Why? Here, let me show you him up close. Hopefully. But why would they have not painted his back? That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? I guess I'll have to paint this. I have a silver, so I can almost easily just go over it. But yeah, that is really weird that they didn't paint his back. Okay, but as Shadow Moon, it is pretty cool. I'm excited to have this guy. I now have to track down Black. I'm wondering if they maybe they reissued him with his back painted. I don't know. I will have to find out. But I do like that these are rubber, because that means I don't have to worry like fearing them break. Even though I really would I wish they could move so that you could do that like a sheathed Satan saber though. Now I'm trying to remember when it was ever sheathed. I'm sure it was sheathed at one point. I'm assuming those dots should be gold. Maybe I should paint those too. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off topic again. But yeah, so Go 5, Grongi. I guess oh! Last guy. Just when you thought you were done with me, I pull you right back in, unless you've already turned this video off. Oh, I guess I should have showed this with him in there. Alright, because I'm not dealing with this today, I'm just... Oh my god, there's one on his neck too. Okay, how can I get in there without... let's see. Can I... It's kind of weird because the Shredder clones were only like in a couple pages of the comic, and yet there's something really cool about them. Yeah, for being characters, it lasted like all of 5 minutes. I suddenly had this urge to get them all. I mean, it does help that I already bought the other two. Oh, there's instructions in here. Wait. That's not Shadow Moon. That's Kaiza. The hell? Okay. I'll have to look at that later. Alright. So, Shredder clone. Claw Shredder. Completing my clone trilogy. The good clone trilogy. Didn't overstay its welcome. I might have to heat up these joints a bit though. Yeah. I don't want to do too much without... That's actually kind of loose. That's kind of disappointing. Wow. But $60? Not bad considering the alternative. And anyway, even if he was sold on his own, he'd probably be about $40. So it's not like I paid too much to get him. And now I have my Shredder clones completed. Tonight, we dine on turtle soup. Alright. So, Go 5, Claw Shredder, Shadow Moon, Rhinoceros Beetle Grongi, T-shirts, autographs, Phoenix, and more Shotos that I'm not sure what I want to do with yet. it was a good haul. A little bit more expensive than I anticipated, but it was a good haul. And if you have stuck with me this far, I don't know what to ask you. Which of these would you like to have in your collection? Do you have Shadow Moon or Kamen Rider Black in Shoto form? What do you think of them? Like I said, I like the Shadow Moon a bit. There's some things on there that frustrate me. Like the only thing that frustrates me is the lack of painting his back. I wish his eyes had the cross-hatching type stuff going in them, but that's okay that it doesn't. I mean, it is a 4-inch figure after all, so you can't expect all the details of the show. But, like I said, no rubber bits like my Figure Arts has, so that's a bonus. So yeah, they did also have some Kamen Rider Blade Shotos, Joker Undead, the Albino Joker, but they were in an 8-pack. That was like $50, $60 for 8 figures. Price wasn't bad, but again, I was like, I don't need anyone else in that pack except the Joker Undead. And then there was another pack. Oh, it did have Lingo in there. That's right. It was Lingo and Joker that I wanted. And I'm like, not for 2 figures, because I really don't care about the Albino Joker. And then the other pack had Garen and Chalice in there, but again, figures I didn't want, and I figured without Blade, it's kind of pointless. Now I'm kind of thinking, like, I probably should have bought it. Oh well. Anyway, that is enough of me talking. So, beyond the questions I already asked, if you went to Power Morphicon, what did you think of the convention? Did you think it was slightly disorganized? Who did you meet that you really liked to meet? I'll tell you, there were some really awesome actors that we did meet from the Power Ranger side. Beast Morphers Red was incredible. The interview I had with him was incredible. I'm going to try to have that interview out tomorrow, and then I'm going to start getting 2 interviews out a day for the next week. About a week. I also have a Godzilla comic to review. That will be out. The comic comes out tomorrow. That will be out sometime soon. And another surprise that you will probably see up on Patreon on Thursday. But if you don't notice it on Patreon on Thursday, you will see it listed as a premiere probably Friday. What is it? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm not telling you. You'll have to figure it out for yourself. That's all I've got. As always, click like, subscribe, the bell notification. Whatever else YouTube has you clicking in to support me, you can support me on Patreon and Bluesky at tokuaannetwork, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at kaiju no kami, and my website, creativitybydesignllc.com. You can also buy cool Kaiju no Kami merchandise at creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. Link in the description below. And until next time, bye.